ones trying to find a player caught lacking. We do see Yoinked is going to be looking for it. Unlikely to happen, as the players already know that Bruno, Hotshot, and Yoinked are just sitting up above. The rotate's going to come through now. The other team's going to rotate out of the Daily Bugle, so everyone's going to choose to hit the left foot, right foot express on their way out. Hotshot still waiting. He's actually a little bit ahead trying to find that shot, but hey, we're tuning in with an assassin. One of the stronger players we've seen thus far today, and Clue, Shay, and Assassin getting involved. Face to face, and Assassin gets jumped on by two players, and that's Neon Ridge getting the elim. Now Shay's got to clean this up and help his teammate.
Shay and Clue have to make something happen, but Clue's going to get knocked, and Shay's going to try and disengage, get away as fast as possible. We are over here in the Rave Cave. There are a lot of places to hide, try and sneak away, or hit a launch pad and fully disengage, try and play as a solo. However, this time around, I'm not going to go into too much detail.
Shay has that one pump ability. So even if things do go wrong, there is that one pump ability that can get Shay out of any bad situation with a quick follow-up of that combat SMG. It looks like Neon Jojo hanging out. We have our favorite J-makers right here. The Clutch MJ and Baconator looking for a target to cross their paths, and we'll have to see if anyone winds up just walking on past as J-Maker, Baconator, and Clutch MJ have decided to set up their own little trap.
Not much needs to be put into this kind of strategy, especially if you bank on it every game. Don't need a lot of loot. Only need a couple of chests to get some weapons into your teammates' hands, then you can default to the strategy. Just kind of relax, play out, wait for those eliminations to come to you. However, Kyle, Duke, and Jonathan. Jonathan's already got 4 eliminations for their trio. They're going to be looking for more in this area. Got a good amount of loot. Shouldn't have a problem taking any of these future engagements. However, it's his last game, so need to relax, play together, and focus on making the right play.
And this game has been played slower by a lot of different trios here.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of mid-game fights and quick action, but that hasn't necessarily happened here in this game. We could see a potential fight here. It looks like Kyle knows that there's a player up ahead of him. Alex, right there. Kyle's trying to hit some shots, make the edits, does get a little bit of damage, nothing significant. Kyle's got to be careful because his teammates are right up above, but Kyle's the one putting the shots out. They need to be careful as he's hitting those big bursts right into those players, and now the push comes on. The players continue to engage, and the fight advances.
Kyle trying to look for some kind of a high ground retake, and Alex is trying to pop some heals, get back up to full HP. However, Kyle's not going to let that happen. Gets a little bit distracted, trying to put some shots onto his teammate. However, that's going to give Alex an opportunity to take the high ground. He's going to do just that. Kyle's teammate, though, trying to pick up the slack as Jonathan's going to get into Alex's box and get the knock on, too.
We do see now just taking shots at that final player, trying to get away, and there's just so many trios in this area. This is going to be a difficult place to escape from. I did see Snipesy went down to Neon Ridge while we were watching this fight, and there is the elim from Duke onto Milo, cleaning that one up. So a couple of elims here for Duke and Co. The lover of Fortnite, Kyle, absolutely loves it.
Duke, 1 elimination on the board for him. Jonathan has 5, making a total of 6 eliminations for his team. 6 points. Even if they were to go down to this point, you cannot be disappointed with 6 points. You have to take into account that a victory royale is actually going to yield you 10 points on top of elimination. So eliminations are a vital point of your strategy. As you do see here, checking in with Lobos and Big Dog, they're going to pick up another elimination onto Yoink. And that's going to be the end of that fight. That's their 3rd elimination so far this game, giving them a little bit of boost in confidence and in loot. But they need to take a moment to heal back up.
Yeah, that slight tax was more than just slight. It was all 3 of that trio was sent back to the lobby because they didn't pay their taxes just yet. Now we see Serial, Squid, and Baz looking to get the high ground on this engagement. Benji, Swoosho, and Castles down below just playing passively. Neither team really looks to want to get too involved, but just as I say that, Serial starts to get right up in front of these players. But as that happens, Squid winds up taking some damage. Castle's in the distance, not able to find the players in the box. We see multiple elims coming through. Neon Ridge able to get that knock and full elim there in the feed. So they're picking up several elims as Yuki, Coach, and Pexper also grabbing some.
Trying to clean up this fight. Got a little bit distracted, trying to get that epic striker shotgun as his teammates.
The loot goblin.
Hey, focusing on the loot. Teammates are still in a fight, though, but all three are still alive. Baz on low HP, has to take a moment to heal back up on high ground. Gets a little bit of breathing room to pop
Serial
those minis. But Serial is going to get a knock. So now Squid, now this full trio is up and ready to go and looking for a box, but Serial's going to get knocked. Baz looks to clean up afterwards, but Squid's going to get the confirm. Last player, Benji, as a solo, tries to make something happen, knocks Harry down to 5 HP. Both players know now. Baz also low, but the keg is saving their life. Still, though, Benji applying pressure, not going to let them get away. I think they're going to get a moment to relax.
Everyone's in Storm, and it looks like Benji's going to try and disengage here and get out. Harry Squid using all those splashes, but should have been a little more careful. Benji does go in. He gets the knock, but not going to be enough. Serial will get picked right back up, and these guys will be able to make the rotate in the zone. Really well played fight. Quick little trio pickup, and they have plenty of heals to play in Storm just for a little bit longer.
Add that to the tally, but this game is much more, well, I should say it's much more stacked than some of our previous matches. There are 33 players still up, and a lot of them are looking for a higher elimination game. Pexper being one of them, gets beamed from a third party while his teammates trying to fight. Knock on a Condog as well as Yuki, so it's traded through. The coach trying to box up his teammate, look for some kind of a res, but catches a pump shotgun to the back. 2 HP, and he's going to get knocked by Corrosion. But Pexper, as a solo, shots on from the third party. Needs to be looking for those reboot cards or any sort of a disengage to get away from all this.
Yeah, it's not the edit you want to be taking there when you're 2 HP. A 50-50 is rarely won by the person that needs to make the edit. See, Pexper is going to be disengaging out of here. We'll look to get the card in a second once all this chaos clears. But look who's walked in. It's Kyle, Jonathan, and Duke now on top of this fight, watching all this take place. They're in a really good position to clean up this fight as everyone else has been weakened. Kyle and co. jumping in, taking down Sage. There's one. Condog's next in the sights. They're going to clean all that up. That's a couple more elims for these three, and they are looking good as another trio goes down.
Make that 8 eliminations for this trio. Now a full refresh before going into this closing third zone. 32 players are still up. So this game is just starting to heat up as some players just behind them over near Greasy Grove are going to have to start to rotate into zone. So Jonathan's going to have to take a moment, maybe adjust his settings or relax. Maybe just bask in the loot for a moment, enjoy it, you know? While this team doing something a little bit different. Ari Safari over here in the caves near the tree.
The Reality Tree Caves, an interesting position to be in. This is one where I've found myself ambushed many a times because there's so many places to hide, so many rocks, so many little just objects that you can hide behind and get caught in. So I like the strategy here from this team, choosing to play a little more patient and passively, looking to get to the end game. We see this zone is going to pull basically right over Reality Falls. Some of these end games that go over Reality Falls are just so crazy because everyone's up in the tree flying around. Another team we've been watching quite a bit is Mace, brink of winning and brink of victory. They've been playing quite well here on day 2 and showing up for the birthday.
About to say the birthday boy still up, ready to go. 1 elimination so far. I'm sure they're going to be looking for more as this lobby is starting to get closer and closer together. You can really tell these players are approaching this last game much differently than they have the previous ones, with there still being 32 players up. You see down there in the bottom right, players are starting to get closer together because we're running out of room. This lobby will start to heat up and players will be forced to take these engagements. However, King, Alex, getting held a little bit by Jonathan's trio. Couple shots. Nothing too serious yet. No cracks. However, still trading back and forth.
And Pexper was still alive. I saw him in the background. King and co need to make this rotate. They were dissuaded from this first side. Now going to look just to build up, take some space here. It looks like a shield keg has been thrown down in the boxes of Jonathan, Duke, and co. We are down to about 30 players left. And these guys are just going to look to rotate over. And Fort Zone actually pulls really close to where this is. And oh, Pexper was actually able to knock Duke, so that's why the team down below has just walked away and allowed this rotate in. They were holding King. Now it's King up on the high ground holding others, trying to make a rotate.
Trying to hold players. King taking a moment to kind of get a little bit of an eagle eye, look around, use that scope on that burst to look around the map, try and plot out their next rotative zone where to pull far. However, another team, Sherlock, taking a couple shots from an Assassin, and Assassin's going to get knocked, and it's going to be Jack trying to aggress this fight on the armored wall. Gets the roof, but he's not going to have the positioning to be able to claim that as his teammate gets knocked. But still, Jack just want to bring the fight to them as they know the knock on Assassin's still going to be there. Not going to get the res off, but the shotgun shots are going to fire back. Jack gets a lot of damage, but still not going to let them get away. He's trying to slap on this armored wall.
And Jack was someone that showed up big on day one. He's been a little quieter here so far. Going to get back to his teammate, try and pick Sherlock back up and allow him to continue to play this out. And likely that's just a traded res from both teams as they were getting pressured as they continued to fight. But Jack, not even a second, gets absolutely beamed from the distance and needs to be careful. He's going to look, try and figure out who exactly that was taking shots at him. But it looks like Ari Safari took out Slight Tax and Lobos while this fight was happening. I would have to guess that was down in the cave that we saw them in earlier.
Got to imagine. But it looks like Jack is going to get the confirm onto an Assassin. So that's the elimination, and a reboot is not possible at this point in time with no reboot bans being located on the map, or at least within this closing one. And now, majority of these teams are going to have to move out of Reality Falls and into this next zone. Pexper being one of them, still alive, playing as a solo. Takes a couple shots from a third party, but is able to take a moment to box up, relax. But Shay, Clue, both these players trying to make it happen as a duo, but they are fairly split.
They'll figure it out, get back together somehow. Knowing how Shay's played basically all day and all weekend, looking for some fights, and Clue needs to be careful. Pressure's coming in from up above. Looks like he was identified as a solo. Pexper is going to go down there. So one of our top teams goes down. Sherlock gets finished. Sith Lord finishes as well. So a couple of our top teams falling early. We see Shay has gone all the way around.
Wow.
Needs to find some way to get back to Clue so they can play this together.
Shay still making a very solid rotate back there. There's nobody on the side of the zone that he's choosing to rotate through, but Harry Squid.
Clue goes down.
Clue gets eliminated, so now Shay's playing as a solo, but Harry Squid, full trio still up. We talk about the numbers advantage so many times, and if you keep your full trio up, it can be the difference between winning and losing. We are into that top 8 position now. 19 players still within this lobby. This is the final game. After this, you don't get any more chances. No ifs, buts, or ors. This is it.
You see Squid beginning to make his rotate with his teammate. There is Jack behind, trying to make some plays here. Serial gets tagged up big. It does look like that is going to be an elimination right above. Yuki gets an elim there on the Marquette, but this backside of zone fight is going to be really tough for everyone. Coach gets another knock there. Squid is the last member of his trio jumping in this box, but they're face to face. They didn't realize they're the same skin. Brink of Victory gets knocked. Squid gets them, but Squid does go down, and now it's all up to Mason winning to try and take this. They have a few more tiles to go, just a few more boxes. They have the floppers. Mace showing off them tunneling abilities. We see it so clean, so quick, and Mace has to continue that. Has enough builds to build himself all the way in. Clue right in front of him. Clue has an issue. There's players all over the place. Clue's just trying to stay alive. Mace doing the same, able to give themselves a second to heal up, relax, take a breath, understand where zone is going, and we're going into first moving.
Fights on this edge of zone where it pulls max distance are never the ones you want to take, and zone's pulling far again, and there are a lot of teams on this side. If they opt to take this fight again, I cannot see any of these teams benefiting from it. Mason, brink of winning, have got to get a move on. At least Jonathan does as well, because zone is pulling maximum distance, and all these teams that have that front side of zone are going to be looking back just like they are. Nace is slowly ticking out to zone, running low on materials now. 350 wood to their name. Brink of winning is going to get knocked now, so now Mace, 48 HP, and has to try and make it into zone as Jonathan's on 20 himself.
Jonathan just barely making it in, cannot take much damage from the storm, but we see another player just tunneling in. He's trying to pop a mini, but unable to. Zone is inevitable, and at the back, we see Baconator, not Clutch, and J-Maker on the front side. They need to start making this rotation. They hear in the distance, that is Jonathan going down to Mace. Mace is still making plays. Mace able to get Jonathan. Now Mace looking to make more plays. Down they both go. Baconator, Mace, all go down. Clutch trying to make a clutch play once again at 1 HP. But look who it is on the high ground. We have Shay and Clue up above looking to close out this final game. It is a 2v1. J-Maker versus the last two, and Shay clutches it up. Another 5 limbs and the victory royale.
Wow. Listen to that crowd. Guys, can we get another round of applause for these amazing players tonight? They did so well. Fantastic day 2, and that's going to be the end for Fortnite. However, we are not going to know for a little while who the actual winners are going to be. We're going to have to do some calculations behind the scenes, and I believe you will find out at the awards ceremony later tonight who is going to be crowned the winner of the North American Finals.
Yeah, I'm going to be stashing whoever is the victor and the top 3, because you're all going to be going home with a nice little medal in that top 3. We have an awesome award ceremony, so don't go anywhere. We'll share with you guys once we're done with all the other game titles. That was fantastic. What an amazing 2 days of Fortnite we had. Any final thoughts, Ben?
Thank you so much to XP League for having me out here. I'm sure you feel the exact same way. This has been a fantastic event. I couldn't ask for a better crowd or better players. And congratulations to you guys. Please give yourself a round of applause. And I do want to give myself a quick shout out, though. My name is Ben K Live. Give me a follow. I've been around the casting space for a little while now, and I do thank you guys for having me. SPG, any final thoughts?
Oh, I'm going to close this out. It's Ben K Live on Twitter. Go follow him, please. Ben K _ live. I'm shouting him out. Thank you guys so much for an amazing day. We have Rocket League when we come back. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to be in the Fortress. It's going to be packed. It's going to be action. There's Valorant, Overwatch. Everything is coming back. It's lunchtime. Everyone go grab a bite to eat. Enjoy your break. I will be back with you guys for the award ceremony along with all of our casters, but we have more games to get to. We're going to throw it to a quick commercial, but when we come back, we're playing more video games. Thank you, guys.
What's going on, everybody? It's Alpha Chino here at the Orlando Health Fortress. I'm actually here with 2 teams that are actually competing against each other, but they are also friends as well. We have a team from Macomb, and we also have a team from Franklin. They both are both competing in Rocket League, and that's going to be an exciting matchup. I have one of the coaches here. Tell us a little bit of backstory behind Macomb.
So when I took this team on, there was a lot of history between both these teams. One of the big things was we're the only team that could take down Franklin, and we decided that there was some work that needed to be done to stay on top. It didn't go so smooth, but now we're here back at the top and we're ready to take our throne again.
Wow, ready to take the throne again. I mean, Franklin, do you guys have anything to say about that?
Yeah, I mean, Macomb's a very strong team. Like Judgment said, there's a lot of history between these 2 teams, but very friendly, lots of respect, and yeah, we're just ready to go out there and compete.
All right, do you guys think you're gonna, you're gonna beat them, take them down?
Yeah, I feel pretty confident we'll do it, but they'll put up a good fight for sure.
And questions for the players. After this matchup, will you all remain friends, or are you guys gonna go back and forth to each other, being like, oh, we were better, but you guys are awesome. What are you guys' opinions on it?
I mean, we'll probably still remain friends. I mean, we might have a little bit of a rivalry, but it'll probably still be the same as it was before.
All right. I think that we'll probably tease each other about it, oh, we beat you in NAF in Florida, and it'll just be something we remember.
I think I'll still remain friends with all of them because they're nice guys and they're just insane at Rocket League.
All right. What about you guys?
I mean, they're great. I'll still play ranked with them, so.
I mean, I'll stay friends with all of them. They're all really nice people and fun to play with as well.
Yeah, they're not poor players. They're really good also. I haven't connected with y'all much yet, though.
All right. See, and there you have it. Like, see, even though there's a heavy competition, they're still, still going to be good friends and still playing with each other too. So, I mean, I guess you would say, they're just going to, keep lifting each other up, improvements. They pretty much is this. I'm guessing this is like, kind of like school, like where we're at now, you compete and then, you find out what points, you need to get better at, and then you just improve from there. There's no, putting somebody down since you guys are all friends. And I can't wait to see the matchup. And anything, for kids at home that want to compete in Rocket League, or, they have friends that are rivals, like, anything that you want to give them?
Don't give up your dreams. If you want to be a pro player, follow them. Have your parents study with you so then they understand that that's a great path to go down and a great way that you can, really shine in the light that you want to shine in.
And what about you, Coach?
Yeah, for sure. Just introduce your parents to it. Show them all the amazing things you can do, with esports and Rocket League especially. There's a lot of positive, things to get involved in, not just playing, but, coaching and working as staff on teams and stuff. A lot of career options. So it's a great field to go down. So highly recommend you get into it.
All right. And show of hands, who's going to be going to, competing in college level? Who wants to compete in college level? All right. And then keep your hands up if you want to go pro. Okay, does everybody have a pro team that they want to go to? Any ideas? You do? What team?
NRG.
Ooh, NRG. Okay. What about you?
Vitality, or if it's still a thing, or energy.
Ooh, okay, so we got possibly, we got NRG members. NRG, sign them. They're young. They'll take it. Man, but I can't wait to see the matchup. I can't see, what's going to happen. I know in the end, still friends, still going to have that positivity, and that drive to, get better and keep playing and having fun, okay? So that's something that I want to give you guys. Anything that you guys would like to say to the kids at home that, that are playing Rocket League and they want to become, they want to be at the level you guys are at?
I mean, if you like the game and you want to play it competitively, I'd just go join a team, because most likely they're going to make you better at the game. Like, even if you're low, they probably can just teach you stuff and get you better at the game. So just try to join a local team if you like the game.
I think something that I learned is to control your anger. Like, if you're getting mad at the game, just take a break for a couple minutes, go outside, do something, and then come back and just hop back on, keep playing.
Yeah, I understand that, the phrase that people say, go touch some grass, apparently.
So for the lower level players, trust me, the coaches are very good and help you. Like what these teams have become, I think you can be a lot better with coaches.